Man Far From Home. Let's put the man into Spider-Man. Let's get some answers on the multiverse stuff. Let's get out the shadow of Tony Stark. I got what I wanted. He put the man in Spider-Man. Peter made mistakes, owned up to it, undid it, and he himself saved the day. Is he out of Tony Stark's shadow, though? Yes and no. I mean, he used the benefit of having Iron Man as a superhero kind of mentor. He used all the resources of the Iron Stark kind of stuff, but like, he's still himself. By the way, spoiler alert, let's get into it. Because by the end of this movie, man, the biggest 1-2 end credit scene combo. Damn, got me thinking, got me very much appreciative of all the astonishing X-Men comic books I was writing. You know, Joss Whedon, who directed the first Avengers movie, was the writer and creator of what we got to see in the post-credits scene, Sword. So that's pretty tight, and maybe he might come back. I'm thinking maybe the X-Men might show up. My mind is everywhere. My mind is cosmic right now because of the way that they ended it. But the actual movie itself was dead in the beginning, and I was wondering, oh my god, this is the Marvel dud. But no. Everything that they did had a reason. Brad, that little boy that they were joking about, hey, now they're teenagers. Actually, he was a pretty key, important member of that class, and he had a whole bunch of story. The Flash Thompson kid talking about, I'm live streaming this and that, played a part in the ending of the movie, so not a lot of these scenes were wasted. Tons of replay value, especially knowing Nick Fury's, by the end of it, knowing his whole stuff. Now, the movie picked up for me during that bus ride when he called in for that kill to execute Brad. He was talking to a classmate and he said the word no, and it said, oh, I will not cancel, and it kept on going for Brad. I was like loving that shit. That's a moment I'll remember of this movie, probably of the MCU. I don't know why it was so great to me, because no one else was really popping for it the way I was kind of on the edge of my seat. Like, this is really thoughtful. This is smart. It's Spider-Man. And I love when he goes into slow motion, how he kind of just, hey, there's goats. Jumped up, flip, came back down. There was another sicker slow motion scene at the ending. Man, the ending, CGI budget was, they did everything, man. So with Mysterio, with him fighting over these elementals, I was unsure of what his powers were, and I was ready to critique it. But we will find out later, not him at all. It's all an illusion. Hey, surprise, surprise. The powers that he is using, though, that it is causing the damage, is kind of like these air blasts. Yeah, air concussive, forceful blasts that will shake the water and get into the bridge or whatever it needs to damage. That plays a part in the end too. So it wasn't all just a waste, because there was a time when Spider-Man was being shot at by bullets. Bullets are too small, he'll avoid them. And then they kind of changed the weapon to, I guess, air blast is what we're calling it. And that's the way it got him. Finally, he was actually hit by them because the blast radius is so large. So that was cool. Like, nothing was wasted little was wasted in the beginning, and it paid off to us. The fight scene was amazing, man. All of them stuff. I loved when he just turned on his Peter Tingle, and he was in the alley. It was Mysterio right at the end of the alley. He was like, just concentrate, and he's closing his eyes, and he's getting them all. 8 trigram 64 palms if you watch Naruto. He did everything to get all of them. And even when it looked like Mysterio had one last, and I was ready for the ending, when he was down there bleeding because he got shot, he got me. He convinced me. When that earlier stunt that he did where he became Nick Fury shot the Mysterio, and then Spider-Man told him, yeah, I only told this friend and this friend. That time, I believed it was Mysterio. But at this ending point, I actually thought Mysterio was really shot by one of his own things, and alright, so they fooled me, and they didn't fool Spider-Man, because he's like, ha! It was on this side, ha! Got the gun, saved the day. And I thought that was it. But homie from Iron Man 1, I'm not Tony Stark. Remember, Tony built this from scraps in a cave! That dude, I didn't even know it was him. I feel so silly for not realizing that it's the same actor. It's the same ass actor. And he was digitally recording what Mysterio's last days. End of the credits. His last moments. The end of the credits. Goddamn. J. Jonah Jameson, the right actor to portray him. I don't give a fuck if he looks like the Tobey Maguire era. Universe my ass. That was a good call. Very smart of you to hide that for fans like me. And I was like, in the little theater. That was some sick shit, man. Just to see the returning actor. Yeah, that Iron Man actor who returned was cool. This was even cooler. And so like Iron Man and his boy, what's the actor's name? Who knows? The guy, the scientist dude, him and all his friends knew who Peter Parker was. Oh my god, I was thinking, there is still a loose string in the plot of this movie because all the villains, just because Mysterio died, don't mean the rest of them don't die. Everyone who's evil knows who he is. And now just everyone knows who he is. What a great a twist. What a great addition to the universe. What a great way we can point at this movie to say, when did everyone find out about Spider-Man? It was then. Viral video. Most hated, Daily Bugle, whatever the fuck they said in their headlines. This was impactful, meaningful. Not to mention the Skrull shit that we got to see. There was a moment where I thought Captain Marvel was in this movie. You remember when homeboy Brad caught him in his underwear with that blonde woman? Thought that was Carol Danvers for a second. But her Skrulls were part of this movie. That space kind of Tesseract, I guess it was a Pegasus area up in orbit. That's going to be the new Sentient World Observation Research Development. I don't know if that's what it really stands for, but I got probably 3 of those letters correct. And that's going to be what's operating, what's happening up in everywhere else. Like, we're just going to have to go to these guys before it ever comes down to Earth because, fuck, we are now woke. Just like Tony Stark was given his eulogy at the end of Endgame. It's not just world, it's a universe, right? This is some big time. And we're the ones who saved every single one of them. We brought back everyone. And so in the beginning of the movie, when you saw the gymnasium, everyone was coming back and redustifying. That was pretty cool. I think we're done with the dustifying. We got it in Ant-Man and Wasp. We got it. We saw Hawkeye's family go. We saw obviously in Infinity War. But that's it. This was the last one of the dustification kind of moment. They're calling it the blip. I prefer that over decimation. And with that, my storage has become full. The video has come to an end. You can thumbs me up so other folks can see it. You can comment on it to tell me how great I was at reviewing. But you can in no way, shape, or form dislike the video. I will disallow it. Spectacular, spectacular.